This video wasn't originally going to be about this route at all. We were having a look at the plans for the Broughton Street cycleway, and instead of riding back to 5 Dock by the usual way along Lyons Road West, we decided to see if we could get there by going cross country. This proposed route has been on the cards, or in the Canada Bay bike plan, for about a decade. Let's see how difficult it would be to construct. Now we're at Stanley Street. Behind us is Concord Primary and Concord High School. And this is the best we've got at the moment for crossing over this street. Just a bit of a refuge there with some very faded paint. Trying to get across a pretty busy road. So if kids are coming out of, if kids did want to ride home from school, coming out of Stanley Street, and they wanted to get onto this nice path over the other side, that's a pretty shocking way to get across the road. This first section is very straightforward. We cross Brownton Street and ride east on Stanley Street, passing Concord Public School and then the back of Concord High School. So let's go up Stanley Street. And at this time of the day, it's a very quiet street. You can see during school hours, it's obviously 40 kilometres an hour. And this time of the day, thank goodness, there's just no parents here picking up kids, etc. Because I have been up here around 3 o'clock and it's pretty crazy. But we obviously got, 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. It's pretty nice. And the same goes for down here at the back of Concord High School. Normally at the end of the school day, it's madness down here. But here it's pretty good. So we thought, oh well, obviously we just go down the end of the road here and we will run into the path, because isn't that kind of the obvious place if you're coming down here? And we get to the turnaround area and, oh, okay, there's the path on our left and a fence, and we've missed the entry ramp. Okay, well, let's just turn around and go back and see where the ramp starts. And yes, here it is. Missed that by a mile. Oh well, we know better for next time. And I've got to say, this is quite a nice path, even if it's pretty much unmarked. Goes through the playing fields here. It's wide. It's not bumpy. It's smooth. It's in good condition. It's not suffering from tree root damage and all that kind of stuff. Don't know about lighting. Can't see much in the way of lighting anywhere, but good path until we get around the corner here, and we kind of come to this bridge over the canal, and we're a little bit lost as to where we should go from here. So if you're wondering what we've just done, we had to backtrack, and then we've come to this point. At this point we have two options. We can go straight ahead until we hit Lyons Road West and then ride in the parking lane, which is sometimes referred to as a bike lane, until we get to the western end of 5 Dock near the Canada Bay Club. Now I normally ride along Lyons Road West several times a week, and it is a route that I would not recommend for kids. This is entirely due to the mixing of parked cars and a bike lane. I'm not going to cover that in this video because that would go on for too long. Let's just say that I wouldn't let my kids ride to Concord High School from 5 Dock along Lyons Road, especially with all the truck traffic there at the moment. So we therefore took the cross-country route into the back of Renown Street. Now at this point, neither of us knew where we were going. We'd never been through here before. This was mystery to us. And we came across here and, oh, there's all these playing courts. Do we go to the left? Do we go to the right? Is there a path off here somewhere? And what we're doing here is we're looking for a path which takes us into one of these streets out the back here. And we actually had no idea we're going to end up riding into Renown. And I saw through the grass here a beaten path which clearly showed that people had been walking or riding through here. Now it's not so obvious at the moment on the camera, but as we come over the hill here, you can see that there's a muddy patch there where lots of people have been coming up and down. So how's this route? The stupidest fail in history. There's no path coming down here, but you can see there's a million people who have walked or ridden down here, and you get to the bottom and oh, there's actually a concrete path, but look at that, perfectly wide enough to trap bike tyres. Stupidity.
Sabotage.
Oh, it's worse than the tank traps.
Yeah.
This next section we're going to ride straight down Renown Street until we get to Bayview Road. We're going to turn right and then left into Watt Street. It's just a quick little dog leg. And then we're going to cross across Regatta Road, and that's going to take us into Cunardo Close, and there our journey will end. So hopefully you'll see from this little snippet why we like this route. It's quiet. There's, well, I mean it is Sunday, but Renown Street being a dead-end street, I guess it doesn't get a lot of traffic at the best of times. And we're just crossing across Walker Street here. But again, Walker Street, cars coming in there have to give way to the left and right. We keep going down Renown until we get to Bayview Road. And at Bayview Road, looks like, I don't know if this is a busy street or not, but we turn right here and then it's just a very short section until we turn left, and that takes us into Watt Street. Again, looks like a pretty quiet street because at the bottom here, again, it's a dead end up against the golf course. So we're going to cross over Regatta Road here, and yeah, it's a give way sign, no traffic, and we get down the bottom and oh dear, there's a fence. So this is where it'll be really useful as part of the leisure centre park upgrade if a path could be run from this point through to the back of the leisure centre, because that would put in place some of the missing links that are required to build out this route. You can see there's probably not a huge amount of work required to actually put all this together. So that's why it's been on the cards for about 10 years. It'd be nice if we could actually put it into production.